everybody, Guy in a Cemetery here, back with another cemetery walkthrough. Today we're at the beautiful Crown Hill Cemetery in Indianapolis. This is a famous cemetery, thousands and thousands of graves here, 200 plus years old, just lots of beautiful stones. Lots of famous people have been buried here in this cemetery, including a past president and a famous outlaw. We're gonna go take a look at his grave here in just a second. So I want you guys to stay tuned. I also did a video on the Crown Hill Mausoleum, so you'll find that link down in the description below. So make sure you watch that video if you're interested. And that's about it. Let's go take a look around. Alright, so we're gonna go take a look at John Dillinger's grave. America's first public enemy #1. John Dillinger is, of course, a legendary criminal. His deadly bank robberies and grisly getaways from the police made him one of the most feared gangsters of the 20th century. He was actually born here in Indianapolis on June 22nd, 1903. In 1924, Dillinger was arrested for an attempted robbery, and he served much of the next decade in an Indiana state prison where he learned the art of bank robbery from his fellow inmates. After being released on parole in 1933, he went on to a bank robbing spree. His gang's crimes and the authorities' efforts to stop them contributed to the untimely deaths of 26 people, the wounding of 19, and prison convictions for 23 of his cronies. Dillinger died at the hands of the FBI outside the Biograph Theater on July 22nd, 1934. So, yeah, seems like a real great guy. Alright, so here we are. John H. Dillinger, Jr., 1908 to 1934. Nothing fancy. You can see it looks like people have been chipping off pieces of the stone, the tombstone, I guess, for souvenirs. I'm sure there's probably a black market on the internet for pieces of serial killers, or any kind of memorabilia is probably fairly collectible in the underground market. So interesting, I guess. Looks like he's buried here with some of his relatives, Molly Dillinger, John Dillinger, Lizzie Fields Dillinger. So there you go, John Dillinger. So I had somebody comment on one of my videos recently. They said if I didn't have some sort of stake in the cemetery, or you know, a relative buried here, I had no business being in the cemetery. And that strikes me as really weird. Like, you know, these places are put here to remember people and to help that memory live on for, you know, people. Every single one of these stones represents somebody that was loved in the world, and they put these stones up to keep that memory alive. So I think just by somebody coming out here and acknowledging the stones and looking through them, looking at the interesting ones, cleaning up trash, straightening things up, just kind of being present, I think that's good. That's why we should come to a cemetery, to keep that love and memory alive for people. So, you know, buddy, if you don't like my videos, if you don't like the fact that I walk around the cemetery, then unsubscribe or just don't watch my videos. Simple as that. So it's at this point I should probably tell you, this particular video is in a very small portion of Crown Hill Cemetery. The cemetery is actually much bigger, and now is the point where I would, if I had a fancy drone, I would zoom up so you can see just how enormous Crown Hill Cemetery is, but I don't have that, so I'll put this. So yeah, it's big. Hey everybody, thanks for watching Guy in a Cemetery. If you like these videos, you like these videos, please like and subscribe down below and share them with your friends. If you have fellow weirdos that enjoy this kind of strange hobby, make sure you share it with them so that we can all become a happy weirdo family. Thanks for watching. You didn't think I'd leave you here, did you? No.